Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. This will be a test drive video of this gorgeous 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan SXT with a 3.8 liter V6 engine. We do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle on our website. We won't be going through many of the ins and outs during this video because we've already done so on that walk-around video, so please be sure to catch that. This will be a test drive video and a driving impression video of this vehicle, where we will be putting this vehicle through its paces and taking you along with us for the ride. So please join us for that. We certainly do appreciate it. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's get the key on here. We've got 109,000 original miles on this beauty. And as I mentioned in my other video, this is just the effect of a video recording with the lens. The electrical does not shine or blink like that when you look at it with your naked eye. That's just the effects of the refresh rate of the camera, which is not the same as the human eye, so that will not be happening when you look at it in person. 109,000 original miles, great shape, air conditioning is blowing nice and cold. These are one of the most comfortable vans you can possibly get. They're an excellent value. This particular one also has the power sliding side doors and the power opening and closing rear hatch, as well as power closing slide doors. It does come with both keys, very low mileage for its age. Just about power everything. You have the Stow and Go seating in the rear as well, so you can store away the third row seat, not have to worry about taking it out in order to be able to get rid of it and replace it with cargo space. That's wonderful. Very smooth and quiet. I actually owned a Chrysler Town & Country with the same 3.8 liter engine that I owned for many years, and that one I purchased with 65,000 miles, and I think we sold it at, I say 128 or 130,000 miles. We doubled the mileage, kind of used it as a shop van, kept it around, lent it out to people, used it as a loaner, and it was one of the best vehicle ownership experiences I ever had. It was a vehicle that I actually obtained on a trade-in from a customer, and one night I actually, long story short, I was going to a rough part of town in the Bay Area in Oakland, and I didn't want to take my own car, so I grabbed and drove that van over to Oakland rather than my own vehicle, and I fell in love with that vehicle. That vehicle was supposed to go for sale, and I ended up keeping it for several years. That's the type of experience you can expect when you drive and experience this vehicle in person. It'll far exceed your expectations. The affordability of these vehicles combined with the quality of Chrysler Dodge during that era, don't get me wrong, Chrysler Dodge had its challenges, but I think the early to mid 2000s was really its golden era, where they made the best vehicles that they've ever made. Nowadays, most vehicle qualities, even when you look at the popular ones like Toyota and Honda, they have come down quite a bit over their previous quality that they used to have. And unfortunately, that's even more so evident with the big three car makers in the US, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, as well as GM. Obviously, each one of them have their own brands. Ford has Lincoln, GM has GMC, Chevy, and Stellantis, which consists of the Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth as it used to be, Ram, and Jeep brands. They're not making the greatest stuff lately, folks. This was far ahead of its time for when it was made. This stretch of road is known for having just a lot of uneven pavement, lots of potholes, a lot of rough roads, and this thing just glides over it like no problem whatsoever. Very smooth vehicle, very quiet vehicle, an absolute pleasure to drive. Apologize, didn't turn my phone on silent. Should always do that when I'm recording a video, but to be honest with you folks, I'm just not on my A game right now. Just a little overwhelmed, and I think the RAM in my brain is full, and it's dumping memory. Dumping stuff that's not right in front of me, unfortunately. But anyways, we'll go ahead and pull over here, start at a 0 mile per hour stop, and we'll do a 0 to 60 pull. As you can see, we do have the air conditioning on, so maximum load on the vehicle. And going up this hill, 0 miles per hour, 3, 2, 1, and go. As you hear, you can break the wheels free. Very quiet. shifts just as smooth as butter, even if you're on the throttle hard. And we're over 60 miles per hour. Stomping on the brakes to slow down safely. We hear or feel no shaking on the steering wheel, no shimmying on the brake pedal or the chassis of the vehicle. Nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors on this vehicle whatsoever, folks. I'll tell you a little bit of story about this vehicle since we have a little bit of time here. That previous van that I alluded to earlier, my Chrysler Town and Country, since it was white in color and it was long and white, we had named it Q-Tip. And I have relatives that live in Germany that come visit once a year or so, and that was always the vehicle I would lend my relatives, and they would drive it all over the place, go to Disneyland with it with their family, go all around town. And that was the good old loaner vehicle for everyone in our family. And when we got rid of that van and consolidated my Ford Fusion hybrid and the shop van into one little hybrid pickup, we got rid of that one. And my uncle was just here visiting from Germany just a few weeks ago, so I actually bought this one for the purposes of him visiting. It had 107,000 miles, so he put a little over 2,000 miles on the vehicle at his stay here, which was about 5 weeks, and he enjoyed the vehicle thoroughly. Drove it to the Bay Area, San Francisco several times, and he says that this one ran even better than Q-Tip did. And so of course it would just be assume that since this one is blue, we named this one Blue Tip. So in case, folks, you buy this vehicle, her name is Blue Tip, and that comes from a long line of history between myself and my family. But anyways, this van has a little bit of a special place in all of our hearts, just because it served my family's needs religiously for 5 weeks, and now we offer it to you. So talk about a long-term test drive and demo before offering a vehicle for sale. That's what this vehicle has had, and from everything that I hear, I heard raving reviews from my relatives in regards to this van, and they were very grateful for it. We were grateful for such a great van and such a great family. Anyways, as we make our way back to the lot here, folks, I do want to take this opportunity to ask you for a special favor. If you've enjoyed this video, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. We certainly would appreciate that greatly. We are really concentrating on our YouTube channel this year, and we can't improve it or increase its volume without your help. So please do consider subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, and also hitting the bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our future videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop us a note in the comment section, or just give us a call directly here at the lot at area code 916-765-7575, or find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directauto.outlet.com. Thanks again for donating your valuable time and joining us throughout the entirety of this video. We certainly do appreciate your business. We hope to see you and interact with each and every one of you in the near future. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.